Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to check out a interesting mall, the Boulevard, that is actually one of the closer malls to the Strip.
And it's one of the most fascinating malls inside Vegas, and you'll see when we take you inside. There's got some really cool pieces to it.
And some very interesting things that I don't think you could find in a mall. So let's go head in.
Yeah, come get lost with us.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys made it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you ring that notification bell because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're still going to be dropping off the Strat. And I can't wait to take you guys with us. So let's go.
Boulevard Mall is located off of Maryland Parkway, just a little bit off the Strip. It's only about a few minutes off the Strip in Las Vegas. It is the oldest shopping mall in the Las Vegas Valley. It was actually announced in 1963 and it opened in March 6th of 1968 as the state's first enclosed climate-controlled shopping mall. Something interesting we discovered when we got there is if you're actually going to the theater after the mall closes, you have to park in a certain spot and only certain doors are actually open to allow you in. You're lucky that there's no smell-o-vision on YouTube because we've been to this mall twice and this end with the Goodwill, for some odd reason, always smells like bathrooms and feces. So if you come to the mall, there's also like a
indoor go-kart, rock climbing,
I think
laser tag. Yeah.
But here's the big go-kart track inside the dinosaur cage wiring.
One day we'll come back here and do this.
Let's take a closer look. See all the go-karts. I don't understand the space theme, but then there's dinosaur theming too. I'm not really 100% sure what they're going for here.
I think it's supposed to be the meteor storm that killed the dinosaurs.
So this is part of that go-kart, not golf cart. Dinosaur Cafe at a rec center. See, there's little climbing walls. Now in this bad boy, there's also a Sequest, which, if you remember the old TV show Sequest, that's not what this is. It's a really funky smelling aquarium. Like really funky smelling.
Last time we were here, when the doors opened, you could just smell dirty fish tank water.
Yeah, it's right down this way. Right down this way. There's also a random choo-choo train that goes to this mall. And we're just trying to avoid them. The conductor seems happy. It's a good day for her. In case you're wondering, $3 per person. Everyone can ride. So here's the Galaxy Theater. We've never actually been in a Galaxy Theater, so if you have, let us know in the comments below, but in case you're looking for a Galaxy. There's the fancy sign for the theater inside the mall, everybody. So I believe here's what the mall used to look like, the Broadway. Which now it's called the Boulevard, not the Broadway, so that's an interesting development. But it says the Boulevard there. See it right there on the side? Yet it says the Broadway over here. Interesting, I wonder if they were like two different malls? So here's what the mall used to look like. Pretty cool. Apparently it was a holiday shopping time. Did you know that Zertar was actually built in Boulder City, which is only like a couple minutes outside of Las Vegas? So one of the fascinating things about this mall is it's got the El Mercado. I'm sorry for the poor pronunciation there. But it's like a second mall inside of this mall. And we'll show you what that is in a minute.
So this is literally like a nightmarish puppet. No offense to the person who made it, but I don't know, it just kind of creeps me out a little bit, especially after watching this Nicolas Cage movie that's on Hulu. Like, you should definitely check that out if you're looking for a weird time. But this guy makes you custom puppets, and he also has puppet shows, but I think you have to go to his website to see when the puppet shows are actually happening.
But he also makes puppets, so if you think Lost Girl, we should get a Lost Girl puppet, let us know in the comments below, and we'll be sure to come back and pick one up for Nason.
Okay, so next up, right next to the puppet store is the entrance for the Mercado. And like we said, like this has a very heavy Spanish influence to it. Actually, I think pretty much everything is Spanish in here. So we're just gonna like do a little walk through and just kind of show you guys what they got. There's a lot of like little shops. So if you've ever been to like Miami or even like some of the flea markets in Orlando, this definitely reminds me of like that vibe. It's very flea market-esque. But like as a kid, like we used to go to Miami a lot and like go to the flea markets and stuff. And then like, cause my dad's Cuban, so like obviously like spent a lot of time in Miami, but like this definitely has those like Spanish vibes. And you can find some stuff in here for pretty cheap if you know what you're looking for. But it's just like rows on rows. They even have their own radio station in here, which is kind of cool. So you can like go in there and kind of like check out the radio station. But what I think is the coolest part is you can kind of come back in here, and this is all the way in the very back of the Mercado, but they have like 3 or 4 restaurants back here where you can get some authentic Spanish food. All right, so as I was talking about, this is kind of like what the food court looks like back here in the Mercado. So yeah, if you're looking for some like good, authentic Mexican Spanish food, definitely come all the way back in the Mercado to get you some good food. As you guys can see, there's just like a bunch of different little shops. Like this is a cosmetic shop over here. They've got like a bunch of places you can get like custom like signs made and t-shirts. I saw one guy that had like a shop of like some knockoff like designer purses, dresses. Like there's just so much stuff back here, and you can just kind of wander for a while. So we left the Mercado and now we're kind of coming back and around the corner to like what is, they've got like some more mainstream stores back on this side of the mall, less small shop, I guess you could say.
Something to note, they seem to change stores a lot too, because like the sports card store we just walked past wasn't here last time we were here like a month ago. So
yeah,
they're definitely rotating in and out stores.
They have one of those things where you can ride an animal, but it does not look like it's functioning. So yeah, so now we're gonna kind of do the main strip of the mall. It's not working, but they have like a VR headset roller coaster thing in here, which is kind of interesting because like it's like clean it yourself. So who knows how dirty this shit is. So this is where you can pick up the train that you can like kind of like ride all around the mall. Is down here. And this is also like another entrance to the mall over here on this side. We're gonna go down this long corridor and just kind of like show you some of the highlights of what's in here. We got a dress shop, which don't get me wrong, some of these dresses are pretty. Definitely for like your quinceañera or, you know, those kinds of events. We've got like a lot of like nail places and hair salons and like barber shops up in here, which is kind of interesting. Apparently there's a whole barber school in here too. Okay, so here is a map of the mall. So at the very end of the mall is like this like tech school. There's also like a recruiter for the armed forces up in here. We've got Old Navy, Foot Locker. The Pop Shack is actually a cool store, which we're gonna show you guys in a little bit, but you can buy a bunch of pop there. Here is the Mercado place that we just kind of walked around. It's pretty big if you look at it. And then here's some of the rest of the stores. And then this is where we came in down here by the Goodwill, which it's always interesting that they have a Goodwill in there. And then you can go across the street and there's a Marshall's. There's actually a Best Buy and a few other stuff across the street. And here is a list of stores that is currently listed. Now this may not be 100% true because stores close and come in, but this, as of this taping, is what we got. And honestly, the Applebee's isn't really in this mall, so it's outside and on the corner. Wait, so we got Hot Topic, we got Bath and Body Works, your typical run-of-the-mill kiosk, just kind of hanging out in the middle. And they're building some kind of stage out here. I wonder what it's for. Something's going on. What? Who knows?
So they have 2 different restaurants out here that are not open at the moment, but just Kraken, which is apparently going to be a seafood restaurant. And then on the other side, they have Primal, which is going to be like a steakhouse.
Which is like a steakhouse, yeah.
So there's definitely gentrification here. I don't think it's set hold yet, but definitely makes it an interesting mall.
You can kind of see them.
I'm on another door, so too dark.
And the smell carries itself inside. It's like this big, like atrium as you walk in, which is kind of interesting. Like I said, they do have a couple of like regular stores, but they have like a lot of stores that are different.
It's funny that right by the main door is a bunch of jewelry, fancy jewelry places, and like really cheap food. I'm not really sure how those 2 work either.
This place is interesting. I think it's probably like a scheme, just trying to like get people in. But back to the stores, we got a Lids, we got Victoria's Secret, a couple more like random stores that aren't really like anything too specific.
Yeah, I feel like one thing you notice in this mall is there's a couple of the staples that you normally see, like Victoria's Secret and stuff, but then it doesn't have some of the other stuff that you normally find in the mall though.
Yeah. This store, right here to our left, the Pop Shack, I actually really like this store. They have a lot of pops in there, and scalpers, pretty much. I get it before I can get it. All right, so next up, we're coming up to the food court, and this, my friends, is interesting.
Yeah, compare this food court to the El Mercado food court and just know the difference.
All right, so right off the bat, we're hitting up the like pastry chocolate store. Looks like this person just buys like the molds on.
Oh my God, he's still here. He's still here.
All right, so this guy was here last time we were here, but like he looks, I call this tweaked out Olaf, right? Obviously these cakes are for display only, but like he's kind of interesting looking, right guys? We also have like a Mickey Mouse themed cake down here. Pretty interesting. I will say this is more than what I could do. So, update, apparently you can take a cake decorating class here. So if you too want to make a tripped out Olaf, head on down to the Boulevard Mall.
Head on down to Boulevard Mall.
So a quick pan of all the restaurants in here. Majority of them are ethnic. So we've got Asian, we've got some Mexican, we've got some gelato. And then there's like a whole play area too in here too if you've got little kids. So kind of interesting. But the most fascinating part of this food court is actually at the very back of it, and I'm gonna take you guys back there. Like I said, I saved the best part of this food court for last. But not only do we have a puppeteer in this mall, we have a magician. And if you come on Sundays, free shows. Now we have not done the free show. We might come back one day and actually see like if this is actually happening or is this just a sign to try to get people to here on Sundays. But yeah, like we said, very interesting mall. And I wonder if the puppeteer is the same guy as the magician. Wouldn't that be an interesting twist? He also has a magic shop, but it's closed, so the magic shop must only be open on Sundays because last time we were here, we could not find it. We got some interesting like Houdini stuff in here. So update, it's actually every Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 4. So let us know in the comments below if you guys want us to actually come back and check out a show, because I'll do it. Some more Houdini. Houdini, Houdini, Houdini. Which I always find it interesting to kind of look at this stuff, so. Well, one of the interesting things to note too is all of these restaurants, they have no refunds. So.
Be slightly cautious if I was to eat in this food court, just FYI.
Yeah, take that as a word of caution. The excitement of this advertisement to be like, Simulator X for the ride of your life. Like, okay, all right, I see
Get
you.
some STD or something from it.
I mean, isn't that usually what happens after the ride of your life? I'm also really intrigued by this vending machine. It says Mass Muscle Sports Nutrition.
Anytime Fitness. It's clearly they
But
got
it's
this
just
at a discount.
soda?
Yeah, they clearly got this from a discount. Or
Like,
something.
clearly at some point there used to be like muscle milk in here, I think. Because I see milk up there, but yeah. Interesting.
And now you can squirt instead of get milk.
Alright, so we made it to the end of the mall. So this is where that tech school is. So if you're looking to go to tech school, check it out, I guess. And then there's the Armed Forces Career Center.
Which is what you typically see in dying malls.
And then we got an Old Navy.
Yeah, from store-wise, I think this is the only real big clothing store in this mall is Old Navy.
Yep.
They don't have anything like JCPenney's or anything like that.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna walk back the other way if we see.
She really is singing the entire time.
Which kudos to her.
Yeah.
All right, well that's gonna wrap up our mall tour.
Yeah, the Boulevard Mall, right off the strip. A little bit of a drive.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably not more than 2 minutes, but if you're looking for something fun to do, if you brought kids with you, maybe check out the rec center. That might be worth taking them to. And I can't really speak for the aquarium because we haven't been inside it, but there are a few things to do if you got kids.
Yeah, we definitely recommend the Mercado's food court over the other food court, even though the Mercado's food court had a leaking roof, which again, not a great sign, but just seems better.
And also, just a kind of a note, don't come here like after dark. Like this area is not really the best area to go after dark, so definitely stick to like the morning hours, mid-afternoon, but I would probably start heading out around like the 2-3 o'clock hour because this area is very rough. So
yeah, but a really cool mall, and you definitely, if you're in Vegas looking for something to do during the day, this is a recommendation for us. It's kind of different and has some pretty cool shops.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so that you guys get notified.
And we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come get you guys in the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?